traders, I think this video is going to be about what to do on a bad day, because this was a bad day for me, and I suspect it's been a bad day for you unless you've been really sharp on the button. Let's start off with the dollar pairs. This is the pound US dollar, and this pound US dollar was just flailing around and then burst up into the close. And if you strip everything back, what you basically got is just this long trend line that came in for the lows overnight, was held in the run-up to the London Open and just held all day basically. So not a lot doing on that one. And the interesting point from this is the dollar pairs, pound and euro, did not fill the gaps, did not backfill. Here's the euro bust up out of the range, the week's range, and no doubt if you put a trend line on this one you will see that one's pretty much stuck to it. So not a lot of data today and not a lot tomorrow until we get the Fed out of the way, so I think we could be in for a lot of volatility tomorrow as well. So the one I was trying to focus on and make money on just completely messed me around. You get a buy signal here just before the London close, dips back down, does nothing, and then you get this huge bar ranging from 228 to 271. So it just goes to show you in thin markets. Now this one did fill the gap. This one filled the gap just in the run up to the London close, so it looked good. Lots of buy signals here. The smaller time frames looked as if that was all good. Looks as if that was powering up. Every time it got into 260, it slammed down again. So no follow through, very, very thin market. The DAX, I did get the measure of the DAX right. I didn't get my entry right. So I shorted in the middle of the range, expecting it to drop out. Of course, this did fill the gap and then dropped. I shorted it again on a fade, and of course it stopped me out because it went to the top, went to the ceiling. And that was a bit sloppy of me, I think. It was 10:30, so that's a sort of normal euro reversal time. So, and given that it was quite a severe drop, you know, I would do that again. Anyway, later in the day, I got my money back because I shorted part of this move here, and of course we've got all this volatility again. I'm doing this at 10 to 7 UK time. Dow, this looked good, went into a 15-minute extension, which I should have taken, didn't, and then it kept backfilled to the gap, and here we are back in the open trading range again. So markets are sideways at best, just treading water till we get into the second half of the week. I think in the second half of the week, I think we'll get some decent moves. So one of the reasons why I was, this is the Dow, I was going to say one of the reasons why I'm shorting the DAX, but so the hourly chart, that's got the Sunday range here. Let me try and make that clearer for you. So we had a buy signal on the Sunday range last night when the US wasn't around. We came back close to testing that, didn't quite test it. So the range was 750, we tested 770. So here we are just sitting at with a buy signal on last week's highs on the 1 hour chart. And if you look at that same bigger picture on the DAX, we have dropped towards the 200 moving average at 907. That was a low we looked at. 905 was a low we looked at in the 15-minute chart. So it just got in front of it by a couple of pips, and then here we are coming back to the Sunday range. So this, what is the better market to trade at this point? I think the pound yen is the better chart. It's the more robust, and I think we stand a good chance of getting a test of 795, 800 tomorrow. If we do, that might project us up to 150. Data tomorrow, let me just check. We are really thin on the ground. We've got hardly any data at all. We've got some job openings data at 3 o'clock. That's it. We've literally got nothing in the Euro session. And then of course at the end of the day we've got Fed minutes. So I think we can expect a lot of chop tomorrow as well. So just concentrate on the dailies. This long-term trend line at the moment is getting held, but it's very congested. I know we have actually broken above the congestion. So 780 to 800 is a possibility on pound yen. This one is struggling with this 200, 60-minute 200. Euro is good. This has been consolidating for ages and has finally reared its head. So we had a buy signal on Friday, nothing yesterday, and then bounce today. So I would be interested in 750, 760 on that one, on the long side. As for the DAX is shut, so we are holding these all-time highs at 950. Okay, and we have actually tested 13,000 already, so that's a potential pullback around about the 900, 930 mark again. Oil is good. That is a buy at 50.30. I had an alert out for that, and it's just bust up and not pull back, which I'm a bit surprised at. I thought it would want to come back to okay, it's bust up in the London period today, so any of the US market that was up early was in there. Okay, so what to do on a bad day? Let's just look at the back to the 15 and 5 minutes again. See, that's oil. You know, if your open trading ranges aren't this one worked well. Of course, it's the one we didn't look at. So we dipped down 10 to 9, came back in the range 9, 9:30, push higher at 11, pull back at 12, half 12, and so on. Oh, I did start shorting this, didn't I? I started shorting this and got stopped. Last week's highs was 8.11. So I started shorting 8.11 and got stopped out because it just shot up to 8.25. Alright, so the lesson I would take from this is I think I need to put much more emphasis and respect on the previous day's close, because had I done that I would have at least got a good entry in the DAX when that shot up at this morning's trading to 980 level. That was dropped at 50 pips. Okay, so could do a heck of a lot better. We need to be very careful tomorrow with literally nothing but Fed minutes. And even on Thursday, there's not a lot of data. Euro session on Thursday is hardly any data whatsoever. BOE credit conditions survey on Thursday. Weekly jobs lunchtime. Yeah, so we've got nothing then until US inflation lunchtime Friday. Let's be careful out there. Let's be very careful out there and try and keep our powder dry until we get the right levels. because these markets are very thin and very jumpy, and I'm pretty frustrated that I didn't get something out of this euro yen. But at least we got this 226 level to watch out for. Alright, sorry I could not be of more use to you. I think, yeah, like I said, I'm going to concentrate on the previous day's close a lot over the rest of the week because of the way the data is panning out, and try and get as much as I can out of this market. Alright, thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the room tomorrow.